Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a nice day before we begin the video. Please subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. General Hospital spoilers and updates for Wednesday, November 12 tease Laura Collins, Jeannie Francis, worries, while elsewhere, Willow, Caitlin McMullen, accuses. Plus, Brooklyn Quartermains, Amanda Seton, frantic, wanting reassurance that her dad will be okay. Laura talks to Martin Gray, Michael E. Knight, worried about her grandson. She tells him she's worried Rocco Falconeri, Fincar, might get caught in the crossfire. Of course, this is the night that, unbeknownst to her, Rocco is helping Charlotte Cassadine, Lucy Burke, and Danny Morgan, Asher Antonizin, break into Dr. Henry Dalton's, Daniel Goddard lab. But aside from that, it's also the night of the mayoral debate and the all-important issue of Measure C, which would take Sonny Corinthos, Maurice Bernard, Piers if she loses the election. Might that be the crossfire she's concerned Rocco will get caught in, given Jen Sidwell, Carlo Rota, tried to bribe her, and he made a huge deal about her friendship with Sonny, and Sonny's Rocco's grandpa. In the meantime, Alexis Davis, Nancy Lee Grahn, and Drew Kane, Cameron Matheson, are arguing about Willow Caitlin McMullen case, even though she was able to get her out on bail. Drew, being Drew, is again throwing his weight around, no doubt telling Alexis to make sure Michael Corinthos, Rory Gibson, goes down. Alexis tells him off in no uncertain terms. She shouts, anything other than that is a distraction that could cost her her freedom. Alexis has enough to create reasonable doubt that Willow was the shooter, directing the investigation toward Portia Robinson, Brooke Kerr. It's understandable, however, that Drew may have a problem with Portia being a suspect because she's got some dirt on him. Having just got out on bail and spotting Michael with Wiley Corinthos, Viren Weaver, and Jacinda Bracken, Paige Herschel, Willow lashes out. She accuses Michael loudly and publicly as she shouts, I know you put that gun in my room. It would seem that Willow wants to get as much mileage out of that very public accusation as possible, so much so that it would seem she's framing him. Jacinda is the only alibi that Michael has, and Harrison Chase, Josh Swickard, is hard at work behind the scenes, trying to disprove it. Jacinda won't be bought, so they can't use that against her. In the meantime, Jason Morgan, Steve Burton, and Britt Westbourne, Kelly Thiebaud, are at Bobby's, having a serious-sounding discussion, although they'll be interrupted. Jason tells her he's not wrong, and she knows it, so it sounds like it'll be an I told you so. No doubt Britt told him about his cousin, Ned Quartermain's, Wally Kurth, heart attack, although she doesn't know about his having to have a bypass. It does seem odd that he's not at GH with the rest of the Quartermains, supporting the cousin who saved his life way back in. Perhaps Britt didn't tell him what happened after all. That would be odd too. In the meantime, Brooklyn's at GH with Olivia Quartermain, Lisa Locicero, and Chase, and Lulu Spencer, Alexa Havens-Bruning, can be seen in the background as well. She stayed around to support Olivia, her ex-mother-in-law, because everyone is pretty frantic. Brooklyn and Chase have just arrived, and Brooklyn will lean on Chase, so it's a good thing that they made up after their squabble. Brooklyn is crying as she pleads, please tell me if my dad's going to be okay. A bypass is a pretty serious condition, especially for a man his age. Share your thoughts in the comments section below. Be sure to check back with Soap Opera Spy for all the latest General Hospital spoilers, news, rumors, comings and goings and updates. GH spoilers Wednesday, November 12. Laura worries, Willow blasts Michael, Jason faces off with Britt. Wednesday's episode of General Hospital promises to be an emotional roller coaster filled with heated confrontations, shocking realizations, and deep-seated worries. Port Charles is never short on drama, but this midweek installment takes things to a whole new level as the citizens of the beloved town find themselves caught in a tangled web of lies, love, and danger. From Laura's growing concern over her family's safety to Willow's explosive argument with Michael, and Jason's tense face-off with Britt, the day is poised to deliver a perfect mix of heartbreak, fury, and shocking truths. The stage is set for a showdown that could reshape multiple storylines and redefine loyalties across Port Charles. Laura Spencer Collins, the heart and moral compass of the city, begins the day consumed with anxiety. Recent developments surrounding the Cassadines and Cyrus Renault's ominous movements have left her feeling more helpless than ever. She's been trying to hold her family together, but with Lulu's fragile emotional state and Lucky's recent disappearance from the spotlight, Laura can't shake the feeling that something terrible is about to happen. Her instincts rarely fail her, and this time is no different. She senses that Cyrus might be planning something big, something that could strike at the very core of her family. Determined to stay one step ahead, Laura turns to Kevin for comfort, but even her husband's reassuring words can't quell the storm of worry raging inside her. Meanwhile, Michael Corinthos finds himself in hot water yet again, and this time, it's not business that's causing the problem, it's personal. Willow has reached her breaking point. After weeks of feeling neglected and unheard, she finally lets loose on Michael in a scene that's sure to leave fans divided. Willow, who has long been the embodiment of patience and understanding, can no longer tolerate the emotional distance that's grown between them. She accuses Michael of prioritizing his family's business and the constant chaos surrounding Sunny and Carly over their relationship. Her words cut deep, as she admits she feels like she's married to a stranger who is more interested in revenge and control than love and family. Michael, visibly stunned, struggles to defend himself, claiming he's only doing what's necessary to protect everyone he cares about. But Willow isn't buying it. She calls him out for using his father's dangerous world as an excuse to avoid dealing with their emotional issues. The tension explodes when Willow storms off, leaving Michael alone, furious, and guilt-ridden. Could this argument mark the beginning of the end for Port Charles' golden couple? Over at the hospital, the tension between Jason Morgan and Britt Westbourne finally boils over. What started as a cautious partnership has turned into a full-blown battle of wills. Jason, who has been trying to keep Britt out of dangerous mob business, is furious to learn she's been investigating something behind his back. Britt, never one to be intimidated, fires right back, accusing Jason of underestimating her intelligence and resilience. She reminds him that she's been through hell, betrayed by her parents, ostracized by her peers, and she's not about to back down now. Their argument escalates quickly, with Jason warning her that her reckless curiosity could get her killed. Britt refuses to be intimidated, insisting that if Jason truly cared, he'd trust her enough to share the full truth instead of keeping her in the dark. There's an unmistakable spark between them even as they argue, but whether that energy turns into passion or fury remains to be seen. Elsewhere in Port Charles, Carly Spencer continues to meddle where she doesn't belong, though she insists her actions are meant to protect her loved ones. She's keeping close tabs on Michael and Willow's relationship issues, convinced that she can somehow fix things before they spiral out of control. But Carly's interference may end up doing more harm than good, as her unsolicited advice only fuels Michael's anger. Her loyalty to her family is legendary, but her inability to step back and let others make their own decisions continues to cause chaos. Sunny, on the other hand, is trying to keep a level head, but he's facing his own set of challenges. He's caught between the escalating mob tension in Port Charles and his desire to protect his loved ones from the fallout. Laura's concerns about Cyrus might not be unfounded. Sunny has received whispers that something big is coming, and it could put everyone at risk. He's torn between going on the offensive and playing it safe, but the decision might be taken out of his hands when a shocking message arrives that leaves him visibly shaken. Could Cyrus finally be making his move? Back at the hospital, Elizabeth Weber finds herself offering emotional support to Willow, who's struggling to process her blowout with Michael. Elizabeth, ever the voice of reason, tells her that love isn't about perfection. It's about forgiveness and communication. But Willow isn't sure she can forgive this time. She confesses that she feels trapped in a relationship built on lies and half-truths, and she's terrified that Michael's obsession with power could drag them both down. Her vulnerability strikes a chord with Elizabeth, who has had her fair share of heartbreaks and betrayals. This tender exchange might set the stage for Willow to make a major decision about her future, one that could shake the Corinthos family to its core. Meanwhile, Jason's argument with Britt takes an unexpected turn when danger suddenly comes knocking. A mysterious figure lurking near the hospital triggers Jason's instincts, and he quickly moves into action mode. Britt, shaken but determined to stand her ground, finds herself in the middle of a tense standoff that might force her to finally see just how dangerous Jason's world truly is. This encounter could either draw them closer together or drive a permanent wedge between them. As the episode moves toward its climax, Laura's fears begin to materialize. She receives an ominous phone call warning her that someone close to her might be in grave danger. Panic sets in as she tries to reach her loved ones, and her mind races through every possible scenario. Could Cyrus be targeting Lucky Lulu or even Spencer? The uncertainty is enough to drive her to tears. Kevin urges her to stay calm, but Laura knows better. When it comes to the safety of her family, calm isn't an option. Port Charles may soon be plunged into chaos once more. By the end of the episode, emotions will be running high across town. Willow will be grappling with guilt and anger after her blowout with Michael, Jason, and Britt will be forced to reconsider their fragile alliance, and Laura's worst fears may be coming true. Fans should prepare for twists, betrayals, and heartbreak as Wednesday's General Hospital unfolds. The storylines are clearly building toward an explosive turning point that could reshape the relationships and alliances that define the canvas of Port Charles. One thing's for certain, no one is safe, and no love is guaranteed to last. As Laura braces for whatever comes next, Willow questions her marriage, and Jason struggles to balance love with loyalty. General Hospital reminds fans why it continues to dominate the daytime drama world. Raw emotion, high-stakes conflict, and the ever-present reminder that in Port Charles, the past is never truly gone. It always comes back to haunt you. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our YouTube channel for more update news.